Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I've got 3 topics to discuss in this very latest Moon Lambo Hot Jam, including the fact that XRP account creations spiked starting about a week ago, about doubled, in fact, compared to what we had seen over the 7-day period prior to that. And it's not surprising. So what caused this spike in new account creations, XRP account creations? Well, the price started going up and people started paying attention to that. Isn't that something? Price and something go up and now people pay attention, more money flow in? It's crazy, right? Because the most important time to pay attention to something is before the mania starts running. And okay, fine, technically at this point we haven't seen the mania yet. Not like we saw last market cycle. I do believe it's coming. But I'm saying this to illustrate a point. The best time to invest in stuff, just in a general sense, if we're not taking into consideration fundamentals of specific stocks or cryptocurrencies, whatever, just in a general sense, the best time to invest is when people aren't paying attention. And when people aren't paying attention, it's frequently the case because the market's down and people are scared. It doesn't emotionally feel safe to invest, especially while things are trending downward. I get it. But that's when data tells us it's the best freaking time to invest. And so I want to share with you the number of new account creations, not just for the recent period, but also what happened at the tail end of 2017 when XRP ran to its all-time high of almost $4, from 20-something cents to almost $4 in the span of about 2.5 weeks. What the hell did that look like? It was insanity. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Just... So I want to talk about that. Also, there's a thread with a bunch of terrible Bitcoin maximalists responding to musical artist Busta Rhymes, and I jumped in. I want to talk about that because Bitcoin maximalists, they are the worst humans in all of crypto. They are. I mean, really maximalists of any coin, but damn, these freaking holier-than-thou Bitcoin maximalists, no thank you. If they could just, not participate on social media, if they're going to be investing in crypto, fine, do whatever. If you could just stop participating in social media so I don't have to deal with your nonsense, that'd be great. Because they're just jerks. They're just not good people here. And then there's this article. This will be the last thing I cover in this video. It's from you today. Twitter CEO building decentralized Bitcoin exchange, which is just a topic I happen to find interesting. This idea of decentralized cryptocurrency exchanges, in particular, what the legal ramifications are. But I want to be clear at the outset here, I don't have a legal or financial background of any kind. I'm not offering legal or financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who makes YouTube videos all up on the internet because it's a fun hobby, damn it, and I do what I want. And so right here, I'm on XRPscan.com, and what you're seeing, this chart right here in the middle where I'm circling my mouse. This is showing the number of new accounts, XRP accounts being activated, created over the last year from today. And it's interesting. So when did the price of XRP start, most recently anyway, running up? About a week ago. And you can see before the run-up, look at this. I just randomly picked a date. July 24th, 2021, 1,729 new XRP accounts created on that day. And it does bounce around a bit. It's not going to surprise you. It's a chart, but you can see it's certainly within a range. So what might you say was normal? Anywhere between, I don't know, for being generous, 2,000 to 3,000 new accounts being created per day. But what happened when the price went up? Well, more people wanted to buy XRP. It's the thing. It's validated. It's moving up. I want to catch that train. Fear of missing out is not something that I enjoy feeling. So I'm going to throw my money at this thing that is already substantially appreciated. That's the concept. And so what did happen? Well, here, take a look at this. On August 20th this year, and again, I'm telling you, the range is, you can look at, if you're looking at your screen, you can see what I'm talking about. Low 2,000s, if I'm being generous, like I said, 2,000 to 3,000 new accounts per day. More in between to the lower end of that, perhaps. But then you look at August 20th, 4,836 new accounts created in one single day. And so what I'm trying to illustrate here is this idea that when the price goes, it goes. And yes, I understand. It's not what we saw in late 2017 yet. That type of euphoria, the type of mania. But I do believe it's coming. And it's going to hit XRP just like it did years ago, and it hit the entire world of crypto. Every single cryptocurrency was going bonkers, was it not? But it's interesting to see this many people influenced and emotionally responding just like you'd expect if you've informed yourself about how humans emotionally respond in markets such as this. This type of behavior should be expected. And that's what's exciting to me. Humans are doing exactly what I'm counting on them to do, which is to say that I count on them being idiots. Irrational idiots emotionally buying and selling. And we've all done it before, so like I'm kind of just having a little bit of fun in the way I'm wording it. But I half jokingly state that they're being useful idiots because they're the ones that cause the volatility. They're the ones that cause the price to go up. Without the useful idiots, we don't see the volatility. And so in a world of nothing but moon Lambos investing, the price is static because I'm a stubborn little bitch. And I am seriously not going to drive price up. I'm not going to feel the FOMO. I'm also not going to panic sell. So in a world where there's only a bunch of me's investing in stuff, the price is just flat and it's boring. It's bad. But these useful idiots, they make it so that it's much more spicy and interesting. And I'm thankful for that. And we all get to make our own adult decisions. And so, yes, the way I'm wording it, I'm having a little bit of fun. I'm not actually venomous. I'm just having a little fun with it here. Calm down, damn it. But look at what the humans have done. In fact, look at this. Where I'm highlighting right now, this is April 20th of this year. And you guys remember the price action of XRP in April, do you not? I'm willing to bet you do. XRP ran up to somewhere in the neighborhood of about $2. Well, on this date, there were 12,419 accounts created. And so what I'm telling you is, when the mania hits and more people pile in, it's crazy amount of new humans, a crazy amount of new money flowing in. And this is why I keep saying again and again, and I don't know when it's going to happen, but I firmly believe it to be the case. XRP will hit a new all-time high, and it will enter a new realm of price discovery. And these cycles take many, many, many years. And those that have patience and they feel persistent, those are the people that I believe, in general, are going to make potentially life-changing money if they behave appropriately and if they've invested a sufficient amount. And you should never invest more than you're willing to lose because, like, I don't know for sure what's going to... I don't pretend to. This is why none of this is financial advice. I just think it's fun to talk about. I could be wrong about all of this. I just really don't think that I am. Based on how humans behave, based on how the crypto market's been progressing since its inception somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 years ago, it's up. The trend is up despite massive pullbacks, even the biggest pullbacks ever. The trend is up. And so I just feel like holding a sufficient amount of time, data shown at least to this point, it pays off actually. Now at some point, yeah, the thousands of cryptocurrencies that don't do anything, they're going to go the way of the dodo, my favorite extinct avian creature. But this market cycle, I think everything's going to blow like way to the upside. And so let me switch to another tab now showing the same chart though. And I changed the date range. So again, this is number of new accounts activated for the calendar year of 2017. I want you to understand because like this market cycle is going to be way bigger than the last one in terms of number of people coming in and the amount of money coming in. And so, like, in terms of what that means for where the price... I don't know for sure where the price... There's no way I could know. Nobody knows. I don't know what the new all-time high is going to be for this market cycle. I don't. But I strongly suspect that it's going to be way higher than what we saw during the last market cycle. But what did we see at the beginning of the year in 2017? Well, on January 1st... You're going to laugh at this. You know how many new accounts, XRP accounts, were created on January 1st? 2017, because almost no humans, I'd still say today almost no humans are paying attention to crypto, so you are early to the party. Congratulations. I'm glad you're here. It was doubly true at the beginning of 2017. On January 1st, 2017, there were 105 new XRP accounts created. 105. And it dipped lower, too. Let me see if I can find some of the days. I was looking before I recorded the video. There's one day it was like 30. Yeah, here's 31. On January 29th, 31 new accounts created. 31. 30. That's it. On the whole planet, that was it. It's insane how few people were jumping in this. And by the way, I will say this too. I think that most people are not creating their own accounts. I don't think it's only 31 humans on the planet necessarily that jumped into crypto. It could have been some multiplier of that, but I don't know if that would mean 10 times that or 20 or 30, whatever. Either way, still not many humans considering that. But it's the case that most people are just purchasing, when they purchase XRP, I believe they're just keeping it on an exchange. And so whatever wallet holds their XRP, it's also holding the XRP of many, many, many other people. And so we don't know how many new people each day are jumping into XRP, which is why, like, even on these days where you see like thousands of people jumping in, the reality is more likely than not, it's a multiply effect much higher than that. It could be many tens of thousands of people jumping in. We just don't know that. All we know here, because this is the data that we're presented with, is how many new accounts are being created. So you look towards the tail end. Actually, we'll start at this. The middle part of December. This is when XRP started just going bonkers here. And you can see by like December 15th, 2017, 20,158 new accounts created halfway through December. And again, at the beginning of the year, some days it was like 30. So from 30 new accounts to 20,158. Absolute insanity. And this is how humans behave. So like, this is the reason I'm saying, like, there's one of many reasons why it's worth being excited about all this. In fact, the most accounts ever created, I think this was the right day, December 29th, 2017, 21,402 new accounts. We haven't even seen that this market cycle, despite the run to roughly $2 in April. You know, so fine, we saw over 12,000 new accounts per day, but damn, over 20,000 new accounts? The mania is coming, folks. There's so many reasons to be excited about all of this. And you're talking about back then, it was less than 700,000 XRP accounts in existence in total before the rally started. And then 2.5 weeks later, it was closer to about 1 million. And as I record this video today, the total number of XRP accounts is 3,275,684. You just wait. It's going to get much more spicy than that, my friends. I mean, so if you think, and you'd be right to think, like, yeah, over 20,000 new XRP accounts in a day, especially considering most people not even creating their own accounts, it's just shared accounts on exchanges. 20,000, that's a big number. But why couldn't we see, like, a multiplier much higher than that this market cycle? Like, why couldn't we see 30 or 40 or 50 or 60,000 new accounts per day, perhaps even more? You got to understand, like, when the euphoria hits, if you haven't lived through it, oh my gosh, you've got something to look forward to. I personally believe it is that common here. Now, into this next piece. Busta Rhymes, musical artist, has been getting into crypto, which is good. I always like it when big names, famous people get into crypto. It helps draw attention to it, and then people can start doing research, jumping in. And so just a couple days ago, Busta Rhymes shared the following with his 3.8 million followers. And he wrote, "If you are an NFT artist, DM me. Serious inquiries only." And this is where a Bitcoin maximalist jumped in and was just being a jerk, because Bitcoin maximalists are not good people. They're not. They're bad people, actually. The way they behave, it's disgusting to me, in fact. And it's like what I'm seeing in this particular tweet, par for the course. And it's not like there are worse things that human can do, and I get that, that's fine. I'm just saying, in the world of crypto, this is the worst group of people that there is. Bitcoin maxi trolls. That's it. They're the worst in crypto. And so this guy named Jeff wrote, and he's got his laser eyes, and nothing against any of you out there that have laser eyes. Like, it can be a fun thing, but they're just, they're still ruining the space. I have no problem with laser eye guys, but not in and of itself, by the way. But anyway, so this Jeff guy wrote, "LOL, whoops, it's all right, Busta. Hopefully you pass through this phase quickly." So pause. Why do you think he's writing that? Now, Busta Rhymes, he doesn't understand the toxicity and the crazy Bitcoin maximalism, but you might know if you've been in the space for a little bit, is because anything that's not Bitcoin, oh my gosh, you're into something that's not Bitcoin. What a jokester. Oh my gosh. It's all going to zero. They're S-word coins, blah, 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 reasons, blah, 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 blah. That's the mindset here. And it's unsophisticated and childish, and they're unnecessarily aggressive, and they're just not good to people. They're not. They're not. Here's more evidence on the screen here. Now, Busta Rhymes didn't really like that. And so he was civil about it for sure, though. He wrote, "What do you mean? I'm so confused." Well, understandably, yeah. So understandably, you're confused. You're not, if you're new to crypto, you're not ready for the degree to which these people are just complete pricks. They really are. And so then somebody else jumped in named Kornokun, who is also a Bitcoin maximalist, and wrote, "What do you mean? I'm so confused." There was quoting Busta Rhymes right there. And then said, "That's why you gonna have fun staying poor, yo. No S-word coin, only Bitcoin." Audible sigh. Face palm. No. But that's what this guy wrote here. And so Busta Rhymes saw that also and wrote the following. "Damn, WTF, why so hostile? When you do this, you discourage people asking legit questions in the effort of learning. And so I had to heart that one, and it's like 2,400 people to this point have hearted that because they can see that these Bitcoin maxis are just the scourge of the earth. They really are. And so XRP community member Frecky jumped in at that point and wrote, Busta, don't listen to the Bitcoin maxi clowns. Worst group in crypto. In fact, I need to heart that right now. And Frecky, you're absolutely correct. They are the worst people in crypto, period. The worst. I don't like Maximals of any coin, not even XRP. I don't think that anybody, like, it doesn't make sense to think one coin to rule them all. Like, that's just silliness here. But the Bitcoin crowd in particular, given that their coin's number one, it's like this whole different level of arrogance and toxicity. I can't stand it. And so then I wrote the following. Bitcoin maximalists are the scourge of the world of crypto. Busta Rhymes, you're all good. They're just truly nasty creatures. They're in a cult-like echo chamber, which I believe firmly to be the case. And then there's this from you today. Twitter CEO building decentralized Bitcoin exchange. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey just announced that TBD, a newly formed cryptocurrency and decentralized unit of Square, is going to build a decentralized Bitcoin exchange. Mike Brock, the head of the division, claims that the process of buying the flagship cryptocurrencies involves centralized and custodial services of the likes of Coinbase. TBD aims to build a permissionless, open source exchange that will be Bitcoin native. However, Brock also notes that the unit will consider other blockchains that will act as a bridge. And let me pause right here. I've never myself used a decentralized cryptocurrency exchange. They're, of course, out there. There's no shortage of them. And I can't speak from experience, and I admit that, of course. What I've gathered from people that have used them is that they're typically not exactly the best experience. Not exactly user-friendly. May not always be sufficient liquidity so that you can get, pairs, this and that. There's all sorts of reasons that they haven't been so hot to this point. But that isn't to say that they couldn't be meaningfully utilized in the future with proper advancements and adoption. But what I've always been most curious about on that front is what are the legal implications of all this? Because you can think about with an exchange like they cited here with Coinbase. Well, you've got KYC, your customer, and AML, anti-money laundering requirements like that. That's all in place, right? And they have to track their customers, this and that. If you sign up for a legitimate exchange, you know that they want your information, your very personal information. And there are legal requirements. It's not like they're just solely for the purpose of it being invasive. Like, it's required. And I know, of course, the regulation varies throughout the world, but I'm just saying in a general sense, that's probably what most of you listening have experienced right here. And so I don't know exactly what it looks like, but it is interesting because there's probably something legitimately to this. And which would be good, by the way, also, if you think about like a central point of failure. Exchanges get hacked all the time, and in a world where these are sufficiently adopted, maybe stuff like that happens less frequently. But I am sitting here wondering, like, okay, what does that look like, and to what degree are governments the world over actually going to have no problem with this, or lots of problems with this, actually? So we'll see. And so anyway, the piece continues. The cost and scalability are the key issues that TBD is currently trying to solve. And here are a couple of tweets from Mike Brock. We'd love for this to be Bitcoin native top to bottom. And that's leading us to consider things like RSK Smart. However, the gaps needed to build this may be too large, which would have us consider other chains as a bridge. Some of the gaps we currently see are around cost and scalability. Lightning is solving for this with payments. We need a solve for exchange infrastructure between digital assets like stablecoins. Yeah, so you've got to be able to make pairs, and there needs to be sufficient liquidity. So I don't know what this is going to look like. I just thought I'd highlight it because it's fun. It's a little bit different, and I'm just kind of curious as to, like, if you were able to fast forward like another decade, are people even using centralized exchanges? I don't know. I don't know at what point like things transition more so to that direction, assuming that that's allowed to happen. But even the likes like Binance, like they're going this direction. There's all sorts of exchanges that recognize, okay, there are benefits to this. But you're talking about business model shifting, which is also part of the reason that with Binance specifically, I was like, okay, well, they got to make money. And you think making money on the buys and sells. Well, where are they making their money? Maybe Binance Coin is a huge part of that, frankly. So. Because that asset in and of itself is actually worth something. So we'll see how it unfolds. But I'll go ahead and wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.